We are here, and she is there.
I am there, and they are here.
Good.
Hi, my fellow lovely friends. Reporting from Anvik, Alaska, in the middle of nowhere. Are you frozen? No?
She's in her cabin.
No, we can hear you. We're just listening.
Okay.
Tell us all about it. Where are you? What's going on? How's it been?
Okay, so I'm in Alaska in a remote town called Anvik, but we're 70 miles downriver from the nearest village, and that's actually it's a native local village, and it's like there's like a little place where you can pee, and like a guy selling like snacks out of a cooler. That's what the town is. So,
So tell us about the process to get there. Like, where'd you fly
okay.
into in Alaska, and then what?
Okay, I flew into Anchorage, and then I got
Okay.
sent right to a hotel, which was really nice. And then the next morning, I got back to the airport, to a private charter flight. So I went into a hangar where it was like 3 people working. So it was really bizarre, and I got to walk around for like an hour looking at all the stuffed polar bears and moose and stuff, and read all about Alaska, and and then went on this little tiny flight. It was about an hour and a half, I guess. And then we landed in the little village I was mentioning, and then got on a boat that just has a zip over it for 2 hours. So I was on a boat ride for 2 hours, and I practically fell asleep. And I was with all the
Were
guests,
you
but I
warm
didn't.
enough on
Yeah,
the zipper boat?
my two pinky toes fell asleep or became numb, but that's okay. And then so that was annoying, but I got as much like cold gear as I could before we got on the boat. Put on like a beanie and a bigger jacket or whatever. And but it was really awkward because I didn't want to represent the lodge because I didn't know, I wasn't trained yet. So I like just didn't talk to the people that were, I had to take a flight with all the guests, but I was just like quiet the whole
Oh,
time. So it was so awkward. I didn't know what to say or do, and I didn't have much instruction. So they were all just probably like, who the F is this girl? Like, what is going on? And actually, that's how they were. Because when they were all leaving, they were like, you're so quiet. I didn't know if you were fishing with us or what. Like, that was weird. And so I just sort of like sat there, and so it was kind of exhausting. And when I got there was or when I got here, there was like people waving on the shore to welcome us, and I was like the only one that waved back. Like,
so cool.
and then I got out and turned around and started waving at the boat behind me like I was an employee all of a sudden. And so when the guys that were on my boat came up and shook everyone's hand, they shook mine, and they were like, and I was like, yeah, hi, yes, I work here. So it was really funny. Yeah, and then let's see. I get here and I have a cabin to myself, which was really cool. I thought it was gonna be like in weird bunk beds or something. So it has a bathroom and a wood burning stove, and
Ooh.
yeah. So I got instantly to work, like, and I love this. Like, I really hate it, but I love it. Like, it's growth, but it's like, ugh. But I don't. I hate being the person who doesn't know what I'm doing, you know? But it's really good for me to be in that position. It's very like takes me back to the beginner mindset, you know? But I'm like the bottom of the barrel employee. I'm like the shit list guy, you know? Like it's like go do this, go do that, go do this, go do that. And so I'm just like and it's just so nice because, you know, kind of like me working at the coffee shop, going back into the service industry from professional marketing, it's like it's humbling and really helps me keep my shit in check, you know? Like I'm important. No, I'm a human. We're all human. And we can work together to create a system that works. And it's very well timed, everything. They've been doing this for 30 years, so it's like they have everything down to like 15-minute increments of where to be, what to do. So the first day was kind of hard because I was just exhausted. I mean, jet lagged as hell, and it was like midnight our time, and I was just getting ready, like it was just beginning where I had to like go mingle with the guests, and like, and I don't drink or anything, so everyone drinks and that's part of it, you know? And so I'm just like, I want my tea, my book, and my bed, you know? And I think I'm around the same age as everyone here. We're in like within like a 5-8 year radius of each other, and I'm like the only one who's like, I just have my LaCroix, please, you know? Well, except for the owner's son. He's also sober. He went through a dark time and like recovered, and like it sounds like he was on a very spiritual path, which is cool, but in his own way, because he's way different than me, you know. Like he kills a lot of animals and shit, and I don't do that. So, but
Well,
yeah,
on the
so
sober living thing, you'll experience that everywhere because I don't
I
drink
know.
anymore either. And it doesn't matter where I go, somebody's disappointed when I order water. So.
Well, no one's been disappointed. It's actually been really
Good.
nice, but I hear you. Absolutely. And I'm prepared for that for the rest of my life. I do love a little glass of something every now and then, which I haven't done that here. Because it's just shitty wine, or not shitty wine, but it's just like, but if there's
Why?
like, I
Yeah,
love
you
like a
don't want to.
cider.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste it on that.
Yeah, I don't want to waste. I'd rather it be something like locally fermented or whatever. And I've also been going and picking raspberry leaves and drying them. I have some right here. Well, I can't pull it down, but and I'm drying all these like herbs, like whatever I can find. And there's all these books about like wild Alaskan weeds and plants and stuff. So I'm like really getting into that, even though that's not my job. So sometimes I'll be picking stuff and someone will be like, "Hey, can you come do this?" I'm like, "Sorry, I was just in the meadow doing my hippie thing."
So what is your job? Like, what's your job description?
Camp hand. I'm the camp hand. So
Okay.
it's basically I help out with what everyone's doing, all their operations, and then I'm responsible for like chopping wood and stocking wood and filling. Why would I say filling? Just everything. Like I literally do a little bit of everyone's job. Like I make the beds in the morning. Someone cleans. I make the beds. What else do I do? God, it's so much. Oh, I burn trash. They burn all their trash. So I get to use a huge torch, which is really cool. I have a
Scary.
huge rat knife, a huge 10 millimeter pistol. Like I'm strapped up. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it's dope. My forearms are so sore. The girls, there's two women here. One's like a little bit younger than me and one's a little bit older than me, and they run the kitchen and all that, like the inside stuff. And so I help them a lot, and it's really fun. It's so nice to have females. They're not really on a path or anything, but they're super great girls, great women. Super fun, nice, chill. And yeah, it's cool. So what else? But yeah, I split wood and cut like kindling every day. And that's like super therapeutic. And I get to break a bunch of glass with a huge sledgehammer. So I'm like, like feels really good.
Oh, that is nice.
It's so cool. And so I'll be doing something very nurturing in the morning, and then by like 1 o'clock, I'm like smashing glass and like chopping wood. So it sort of works for me, you know?
How was your sleep then?
My sleep has been incredible. Like this bed is so comfortable in here. I'll take you on a little tour. This bed has like 7 quilts on it. And I brought my heating pad. And let's see.
Smart.
So here, I don't know if I can turn this around, but yes, I can. No, I can't. Okay, I'll just do it this way. All right, here. Okay, so here's my view
Oh,
outside.
Wow.
so
That's the
pretty.
river. This building right here is the sauna with the grass growing on top. That's the
Ooh,
sauna, and I'm responsible for building the fires in there and heating it up and like wetting it down every day, which is cool.
Do you get to go in there and enjoy it ever?
I did yoga in there the other night
Nice.
ooh.
while it was like cooling down. But this is my cabin. It's really pretty. It's an
I
A-frame.
How
love
cute.
it.
It's a little triangle.
I know, and look at the cute little. That's the front. Okay,
Oh,
and then and here we go. It was kind of damp and moldy, but I have incense burning everywhere. This is my little bathroom.
cute.
Isn't it cute? And there's my little stove, my little bed. And when I got here, it was so weird because I take GABA. It's a natural supplement that helps with my brain for depression. And right when I got here, there was a whole unopened bottle of GABA
Frozen.
in the medicine cabinet from someone before. Isn't that weird? Oh, y'all
Hello?
are frozen.
I thought I heard her.
Me too. I think we just wait.
Well, I love it. I'm thinking we should talk to our husbands about going and spending time there.
I already, so she
So you
was
are
talking
frozen.
about, yeah, you were frozen.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Now she
Are you
gone.
back?
She gone.
Are we
Is
back?
she coming back?
Okay.
We're going to talk to our husbands about going, but she said something about staying for moose season. They asked her if she wanted to, and I think she's going to.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, hey, do you want to go here for moose season? And Rich is like, oh my God, that would be so cool.
Oh my
Actually would
gosh,
love that.
please.
And there's the moose tags are $800 to be able to hunt a moose.
Okay.
And I'm like, better damn straight be a $800.
I'd rather take Ashley fishing.
I'm like,
he would
I
love
would
to hunt
want
a
to
moose.
go.
I don't want to see the moose hunting.
I don't want to see it, but I want to see the moose.
Mhm.
But I don't want to. And then I'll be like, okay, you guys do your.
Don't
I gotta
tell me
go.
what happened. Yeah.
Hey, so something about GABA. Hold on, I don't know why I'm yelling.
Because you're very excited.
Okay, I'm very excited, but I keep feeling like the microphone's way over here, but I have it on me. And why won't
Can you
that
hear
go
us?
away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, GABA. When I got here, the medicine cabinet was full of supplements and an unopened bottle of GABA. And I only brought
No
enough
way.
GABA for 1 month. Yeah. And so when they asked me to stay, my first thought was like, oh, I don't have enough. Because you remember what happened last time
Right.
when I went 2 weeks or a week without it.
Can we
But
even
then
ship
I
things
remembered,
to you?
huh?
Is there a post office? Can we even ship things to you?
No. No. I'm
No.
out here.
Oh.
No, but anyway, there was a bottle of unopened GABA. So like, that's not an
So you're good.
excuse not to stay. You know what I mean?
So are you staying? Have you figured that out yet? Or is that
Yeah.
you are? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to
So
stay
you'll
for Moose.
stay.
Yeah, and then with my interview with Louisiana, I was open with that because I had originally said I was gonna leave to go down to Lafayette September 22nd, I think. But now I'm staying till like the end of September here.
Okay.
So
Is that the
I
fire?
told him, yeah, I just put a log
Oh.
on. Sorry, is it too loud?
I love it.
No,
No,
it's beautiful.
Oh,
I wish I
you
was
want to
there.
see?
Oh,
wow.
that's nice.
I do love a good fire. I've been missing that element in my spiritual practice, so I'm excited to be working with it again. Except candles, I guess that counts, but it's not the same. Building a fire is so spiritual to me. Even though it's a necessity now, so it's just like, yeah, fuck it. But not really. It's still. But yeah, so I kept the timeline fluid, which I love about the interview that I did about with the coffee shop is I was like, man, this sounds like a dream, but I gotta be honest with you, I have no idea what's gonna happen here. And the timeline is like watery. I said watery.
I like
And
it.
he was like, that's super cool with me. Like, it was just, I felt so good. Like, I was overthinking it going into it. And then I just was honest and it worked. Like, I was so honest and I was like, I love this. I want to do this. I want to work for you. I don't know how long I'm going to be there. Don't know when. So hire people if you need it. But I would love to create a good relationship so that I can if I'm there. And he was like, done. Love it. Perfect. Absolutely. You know, it was like,
Wow.
and this guy that started this coffee shop, started it when he was 21, and there's 4 locations in Lafayette, and it's like the most elevated vibe. I mean, like incredible drinks, incredible arts community. You know, he lets his employees like take the reins and be creative. It's all about creativity, and I was like,
Nice.
say no more, bro. Like, and he's like, I could do my art there, I could do my sun catchers there, I could get into all the markets. It's a huge artist hub. I'm not a real art. I mean, these are like real, like renowned artist hub, like real good artists.
You're a
I'm not
real
there.
artist.
Thank you. I knew you were gonna say that, but like, I'm not trying to go to art school. You know what I mean? But
Right.
it's so inspiring, and I feel like I have to have that in my life. And I also feel like, I mean, I know I can do that anywhere, but I also feel like I need the heat. Like, I'm from the South. So I don't know. I feel like I would love to come back and forth between here and somewhere warm, like or like Georgia. Ideally, I would honestly love to settle in the North Georgia mountains if I'm being real. Like, but for right now, I just need to like figure out what corners I can pop in and out of and feel.
Right.
So, but yeah, I guess that's what's going on. What have I missed there?
Well, I just signed my soul away to be able to publish my book.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What did you sign? Like with a publisher? Are you gonna self-publish?
Yeah, like a self-publishing hub, so they'll help me get it done. I have 100% of my creative, you know, I get
Control.
it's mine. It's my book still. Yeah.
Good. So do you have a
So
title?
maybe, I don't know.
Okay. No
I
pressure.
don't know. So it's a murder mystery that takes place like based around a hair salon. So I was like killer reflection, deadly reflection. I was trying to like go that way, but I don't know. Something like that. It's in the works still.
I like it. What about you,
But I have
Elizabeth?
some pictures I'll send you of like what I
Please.
want the cover art to
The
look
art,
like.
yeah. And I'll shoot back all these puns for you. All these
Okay.
hair
Yes.
puns.
This
I'm
is
like
going to be
getting a
fun.
reputation to be a pun queen here.
I love it. I love a good pun.
Me
Yes.
too. What about you,
So that's what's
Elizabeth?
going on here. And Elizabeth is
So the big thing that's going on is we are getting serious about planning our 2025 trip,
Ooh.
and we're going to do a pilgrimage to
Mecca?
Santiago, Spain. So
Oh.
it's a medieval pilgrimage where people would walk from their homes to the
Mhm.
church in Santiago to see the relics of the Apostle James. And so we have decided that we're going to do the Portugal route. So we're going to start in Portugal and
Damn.
walk the last like 150 kilometers to
That's
the
cool.
church. And so we're
Oh,
working through the
that's
details of that. And I
incredible.
am so excited.
I'm
and
so
you're doing it in
excited
the
for
summer?
you.
April, May timeframe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so
So it's
exciting.
becoming, so I have been thinking about this since Braden was 2 years old. When
No
he was really
kidding.
sick. Yeah. When he was really sick, I was like, when, first of all, he's going to be fine. He's going to heal. And when he's an adult, I'm going to bring him to the church in Santiago. And it was kind of like a thing I hung on to as we
Yeah.
were going through some really hard stuff. And
Yeah.
now he's 18 years old, he's an adult, and I have a husband who's really excited about doing things like this. And we're planning a vacation,
Oh,
and I'm very excited about it.
ooh, that made my whole heart just like flutter and open up. That's
Yeah.
so exciting.
Well,
It
because when
is.
I
I
got
tell most
chills.
people, they're like, walk
Fuck
150
them.
kilometers, like people
They
like
don't
wrinkle their nose at it.
understand.
So
They
it's
don't
super
understand what
cool.
you're
But like
doing. That's
Ashley's like,
so
yes, let's
deep.
do it.
Oh, that is beautiful. Is your do your roots go back to Spain?
So we'll fly into Portugal and walk into Spain, and then we'll fly out of Spain.
Oh, I meant like your heritage.
No. My heritage is Mexican. Like
Mexico?
all my
Okay.
people are from Mexico.
All y'all people be from
All my
Mexico. I
people.
get it, girl.
Mhm.
That's so cool
But a
though.
lot of like traditional Catholicism in our family. So that's where like the pilgrimage set into my
Yeah,
heart.
totally, totally. Oh, I love that. You're gonna have a spiritual experience for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
That's exciting. Cool. Um, well, cool. I'm so glad to be able to do this with you guys.
Me
Me
I'm
too.
too.
Thanks for taking the time to check in the Rachel's check-in from the remote Rachel's check-in.
RRC.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that. Well, I'm gonna respectfully sign off so I could take a little 20-minute nap if possible.
Good
And
night.
Do
hopefully
it.
reconvene with you guys sooner than later, but definitely do a remote Rachel check-in next Wednesday, always.
Real
Perfect.
quick before we let you go, how
Yeah.
much sunlight or how much darkness are you getting? Like how
The
what's your
sun
days?
the sun goes down at midnight. So
Okay.
Oh, okay.
yeah, but it's
Still
been
long.
raining. It's been raining, and also the first week, like a few days ago, there was an actual typhoon on the river. So the guys were like
Oh,
dangerously out there, like in the wild. It was like a real experience and really cold and rainy. So everyone was kind of miserable, I think. But and that hasn't happened in like 10 years or 11 years or
Wow.
something. So I was like, did I bring this? I don't know. I was like, I don't know. But when we
You are the typhoon.
I know. I was like, be ready for the changes, boys. But when I when I first got here, the sun peeked out and then there were two swans on the river and the guy
Oh.
driving the boat was like, "You don't see that every day." And I was like, I probably did that. I'm just kidding. But then
no,
we
I
saw a
did that one.
golden and then we saw a golden eagle right after that. And that was pretty cool.
Wow.
Very cool.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
And I saw a couple bald eagles, which I'd never seen. I was like, because it's like an American thing.
Yeah.
So anyway.
All
Oh,
right.
y'all are
Awesome.
breaking up.
Enjoy your nap. We'll talk to you
Okay.
soon.
All right.
Bye.
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 All right. Are we going to keep going? What
Yeah,
are
we're
we
going to
doing?
keep going. I don't know if she's off all the way yet. I don't know how to.
She'll just disappear like she did last time. Maybe.
Maybe.
Because if
Maybe
you
so.
hang up, I think it'll make us leave.
Yeah. I can't hang up. But can I? If I could see, I could. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Hey. So I have this cool thing I was telling you about, the adventure bucket list. So this is by, I'm going to bring it up there. And I'll put it like I said in my live, I will put it in the show notes. But it's by Reach International Outfitters, and they make these scratch off things. It's like an adventure list for any state in the US, I think, that you want to. So like even if you lived here and you want to go to Colorado, you know, once every 6 months and do like 5 of these, you could go do that. But we're going to do Georgia ones. So, and they're numbered in order, but we can just pick whatever. So I don't know if you want to pick like a specific area, but these are the whatever it's called, the key. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, the legend.
The legend. Thank you. So so the cards look like this on one side, and then they have a scratch off on the other, and it comes with this little plastic thing. Oh, we're gonna mess one up.
Okay.
So we have Athens, Atlanta, Augusta. Probably skip that one for now. Augusta again. Austell. I don't know where that is. Blue Ridge. Buford. That's not too far. We have a couple of Bufords. I think they're in alphabetical order.
Let's do
again.
Buford because it'll be easy for us to get out and do it.
Okay, Buford. Okay, so we got 3 Bufords. Which one do you want? All right, so with our legend, so we have regular price. I mean, evening, 2 to 4 hours, indoor, outdoor, relaxed in December.
Oh, well,
skip.
Yep, that's winter.
Summer.
That's the one.
This one's a little pricier, but I'm cool with that if you're cool. I mean, I'm
cool
assuming it's not like crazy. They wouldn't do that. Daytime, 1 hour. Oh yeah, this is ours. It. Okay, so we're picking this one. It's in Buford. It's a 1 hour adventure ish. It's outdoor. It's active. So I'm gonna guess hiking of some sort. Yeah. So,
or it could be on the water.
Let's see what it says. Get your adrenaline pumping by trying out flyboarding.
Oh wow.
Oh God.
what is flyboarding?
I don't know. I'm scared to find out. I have some, fears and phobias, so I might have nervous belly if I have to do this.
Flow code.
We're gonna let you know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not doing that, but we'll get somebody to do it.
I think this is a good Richie and Braden one.
Yeah.
So flyboarding it looks like you've got a mechanism tied to your feet, and it pushes water out, and then it pushes you up. So like you're on
it looks like a rocket cord. Rocket backpack.
At the same place, you can rent a paddleboard or kayak and enjoy the lake at a leisurely pace. So we could do that.
All right, we'll do that. But I'm yelling again. I don't know why. So yeah, we'll see if the boys want to do it, and maybe they will.
Ashley would do that.
I was going to say, who would do it? Rich would totally do that.
We could take Rich and
Ashley. He likes skydiving. Yeah. So
Ashley's been asking me to skydive for years, and I keep reminding him that I have children to raise.
See, that's after, each kid, I think I got more and more like, nope, can't do that, even though they're adults now.
No, absolutely. But mine are college age, but I still feel like they need support for a few more years.
So we're going to pick one of these probably once a month. I wouldn't say every week.
Yeah, we
I
need
don't have
time
that
to
much
make that
time.
happen.
Yeah. So we have time to make that happen. Yeah. And then we'll go from there. All right. What else? Hats. So I'm making these hats now this is going to be my gift for people for the rest of the year, probably. So Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, that kind of stuff. This is what I'm doing. I'm making these patch hats. So this girl that I follow, on Instagram, her name is Jamie Schnacky, and she talks about poses, like how to pose for pictures, and I love it. Like she's got the best tips and tricks on like how to look the best. She said lean forward a lot. Don't like plaster your arm on your side. Keep it out. She likes to do this one. So you lean forward and you have this like, it's cool.
And you're supposed to create some distance here, right? So.
Yes, for the most part. Yes. She has all kinds of things to do. She's like, don't be afraid to put your hand in your hair and all this stuff. So anyway, she had a trucker hat and she had patches and she made it. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to do this.
Well, thank you
and
for
then,
my hat.
You're welcome. And so I made Rachael a hat. I needed to make them before she left. Right. So I made her a hat, and hers was a trucker hat. And it was like this color, very earth color for her.
Very
and I was
her,
like, what color should I get Elizabeth? And does she want a trucker hat or does she want a regular cap? So I did regular because I'm like, I feel like, I don't know if you're like me where I wear trucker hats, but I feel like they're so tall on top. I feel like it just, I don't know, something.
So I have a thing with my truck because I wear trucker hats too. But a lot of times from here to here is long.
Yes.
And then I'm like, should I put my ears in or should I put my ears out? Exactly. And my husband's like, never put your ears in.
Right. Don't put your ears in. You got to leave them out. Sorry. But I'll wear it like
a little
higher.
High.
Yeah. So that I don't have to, because I have my ears kind of go out anyway. So it makes it even more,
Gotcha.
Anyway, so hats. So if you want a hat, let me know. I can make you one. The stickers on it still, I don't know if you want it on there or not. But
it is. And I would have gone outside like that.
That's okay. People actually leave them on.
Purpose?
Yeah. I'm still yelling.
I like the be happy.
I threw that on the back. I just made one for Justin's wife, my daughter-in-law. I gotta get used to saying that. I love saying it. So she is a huge Disney fan and goes to Disney. Like she has like the season pass with her mom and they go all the time. And she has like a collection of Mickey Mouse ears, Minnie Mouse ears, so like she'll bring a couple when she goes. So she has a different one for each outfit and stuff like that. Like she's into it. So I got her for her birthday. I got her something for her birthday and I'm like, I hadn't given it to her yet. So I'm like, I'm going to add to it. So I got her this Minnie Mouse hat. So it's like this kind of hat with ears and it has a bow and it's red. And she loves Disney princesses. So I got these little iron-on Disney princess patches to put around and a Tinkerbell. So
thoughtful gift.
I put a Tinkerbell on the back. So, but that's just it. You can, if you need, it's easy. It's not about ironing on the patch. That's easy. That's the easy part. And if you know how to iron, even if you don't know how to iron, you can do this. But it is finding out that one thing that person likes, or like things like this, positive energy, flowers, like little things that you have gratitude for, that's what we do all the time. So that's kind of my whole good vibes and that kind of stuff. So I was like, I'll do this for them.
Yeah.
So, but like, I could make one for my son. I don't think he would wear it, but I could do a whole Star Wars themed one for him, or like a sports themed one for like a lacrosse themed one for Richie or something. If I don't know if guys would wear it, I'm not going to do it to them, but like even Richie's girlfriend, I could do a lacrosse one, or like girl power lacrosse, something like that. You know what you're getting for Christmas. No, I'm kidding. But, so anyway, I wanted to just throw that out there. You can do it on a bucket hat. You can do it on a purse, like a cute our little crossbody badge. You can like patch that shit up.
Yeah.
So that's that. The other thing I want to talk about was my
surgery.
Yeah, skin. Put sunscreen on. Damn it.
Please
So
wear sunscreen. Don't lay out.
don't lay out. Yeah. You can get your morning sun. That gives you a little bit of color. It's the safest time of the day. I forget how long they say. I think 20 minutes.
Okay.
Something like that. Not long. You don't need but it gives you
It's
your
enough to get the vitamin D, but not to get burned.
Exactly. And sunscreen, a lot of the sunscreens aren't good either. There's a rumor that you could use coconut oil specifically for the morning sunshine, not afternoon sunshine. It's just, it has natural sunscreens. Now look this up. Don't believe me. I'm not a doctor, but somebody was a couple of people were talking about that I know, like in person, I talked to them about that. And their skin is great, but they had some scares too earlier, 5 years ago or whatever. So
I've had a couple of bad burns in my life. I have not had any any bad areas that they need to remove, but in my mind, like that one summer I was 16, I remember like it was a really bad burn. So
I am terrified now. I will say that I talked to a few people that had Mohs surgery, and I got a lot of different answers. So always down, if you had a horrible experience, don't give a person a reason to cancel their appointment. It's important to get it out.
Yeah.
I was nervous about, the big, huge cut I was going to have, or the pain I was going to be in. People talked about it's the worst pain they've ever had in their life. So they must not have gotten Botox. But because I get Botox. But the point is, the needles that they use to numb me, that I heard from one or two people. The one person said it was horrible. And another person said, that's probably the worst part of the whole thing. Now that I believe, because you feel the little tiny pinch. I hardly felt it. She was great. And then I was numb. There was a part, and I'll call it felt a little knifey, where I was like, that feels a little knifey. And she was like, okay, let's give you some more. She's like, you're way under the limit of how much numbing. She's like, you got a lot. We can give you a lot. So she squirted a little bit more in there and kept going, and I felt nothing. And then when I went back in, so then I was clear. So I only had to get the one scoop.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So then I go back in, and they have to stitch you up. And so I have this like circle, scoop, like ice cream scoop,
So they're trying to get the cancer.
They're trying to get,
and they want to get enough healthy tissue under the cancer to make sure that it can't come back. Right?
Exactly. So, and then they check it right there, and they're like, yep, you've got no more. Like there's nothing around it.
All healthy tissue. Now we'll stitch you up.
Yeah. So you have this circle. Well, it's hard to close a circle. So they make a little line on each side of the circle. And I don't know if they make a football shape. I think they do. They make like this football shape, and then they close it up. So it makes a nice straight line. So they have to go longer to be able to close it nicely. Yeah. Which sounds like a lot, but it makes sense once you see it done. Yeah. I had the football shape on my hip done. Like that's all they did. They just cut out the cancer football shape. Different type. They stitched me, but they didn't do the Mohs for that one. They just cut it out. I guess it was more on the top. So they cut that out, and then outside of the margins, like way outside the margins, just so they know they got it.
Got it all.
And so that one, they probably ended up cutting more than they needed. And so the Mohs surgery, they cut only what they need. And then if they need to go back in, they will, but they do it teeny bit by teeny bit so that you don't have huge gouges taken out. And then you have the option to get go right to the next day to go and get plastic surgery if you want it to look super neat. But
yours looks super neat.
Yeah,
without plastic surgery.
I went to a doctor that specializes in Mohs surgery, so she's gotten a little bit of that extra training. Like, she had to go and get the training done for the reseal, for that kind of nice surgery, neatening it up and making it look nice so there's minimal scarring. So I thought that was really cool. I don't know what more a plastic surgeon would have done. Now, if I get one on my face, which I probably will, and it freaks me out, but
maybe
I
then
will
you'll think of us.
I might go.
But if you can get the same doctor, like she did an
I will
amazing
totally
job. Yeah.
I will totally, because I've seen people's noses that haven't gotten the plastic surgery but went to a specifically Mohs surgeon, a specialist. Oh my gosh.
A Mohs specialist.
A Mohs specialist. And I couldn't
even see.
Yeah, couldn't see it all. I mean, I saw him when he came in and he had the gouge, and then I saw him later on, and I forgot, and then we started talking about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it was right here," And I was like, "Holy crap, awesome. You can't even see it." So that's what I'm hoping for. But anyway, so I just wanted to talk about that
skin
cancer, and if you catch it before it turns to melanoma, it's quick, one and done, and you're good. And then even melanoma, you can get it taken out if they've gotten all the margins, but then sometimes you have to do more.
Yeah. So what do they recommend? A full body check once a year?
Once a year, yes. And then since I had this, I'll have to go every 6 months for until they tell me I can go a year again. I don't know what the thing is, but yeah.
All right, listeners, 2 of your 3 podcast hosts have experienced cancer. So make sure you're doing your checks, right?
Yes.
Full body check once a year, mammogram once a year, self breast exams every month.
Yep.
Very, very important.
Yes. Know your body. Don't be afraid to feel around in places that might be weird.
You have to do it. It has to be done.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, and no firsthand experience, but colorectal cancer. More and more younger and younger people are being diagnosed. So get your colonoscopies. Now it's 45. They recommend the first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had a friend who was 47 and had a significant growth and had to have really serious treatment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It is scary.
I forget when I need to go. I need to check next year. I think it's next year I go.
Well, and the cool thing is, so I did mine. I didn't do it at 45 because I didn't realize.
Me neither.
I did it at 48 and got the clean bill, and they told me to come back in 10 years. So once you go and they see what's going on, then you can get the extension.
I haven't had that. We did the
Cologuard.
Cologuard, and so they said 3 years from there. But I only did that because it was around Justin's wedding and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, I'll go. And then I was like, but I'll go next year to get the actual one. And they were like, no, you got to wait 3 years now. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. But not that we want to talk about this, but so I think we're switching insurances, Rich, because of the new job and everything. So I might be able to sneak in and get it done. And I might, because I do worry about that.
Yeah.
Even though I had nothing, it's still not the actual.
Yeah, and I don't know what the rates are on false
it's
positives,
in the 90s.
false negatives.
I don't think it's very high, but still possible. But I think it's 89 to 93%, actual. I mean, what am I trying to say? Correct.
Got it. That the Cologuard is high frequency of correct.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's what I don't know. My brain doesn't work sometimes.
No.
It's
the end of the day too. It's really hard after you've been thinking all day.
Yeah. I have been thinking, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have.
You made a big publishing decision.
I did. I'm going to get in trouble.
Oh, well.
But I forgot what else I saw on Olympics. Do we have any? There's rumors of, I don't know if it's true. I haven't been able to research that Simone
Biles.
It may. And there's a rumor that she's pregnant, but I know she said she wanted to retire to start a family. I don't know if people jumped the gun and said, ooh, she's pregnant, or if she actually is pregnant. So there's that. And then my favorite person, the rugby girl that we are all watching.
Simone Biles is not pregnant.
Okay.
It came up before, like I haven't even finished typing it.
It hurt us.
Yes.
It was like, all right, you people, it's not true. And then the other person that everyone should be following is, and I don't know how to say if it's Ilona or Ilana Mayer, the rugby girl.
I don't know.
Olympic medalist, probably wearing lipstick, it says on her Instagram. So I'll put her Instagram. She can be a comedian. She's hilarious. I think she's tall. And she says somebody was making fun of her because she was not, a model, skinny. She works out. So she's like, that's her.
Oh yeah, I've seen her on Insta.
Yeah, so she's hilarious, but I can't find a good that one. She did this whole thing. She went with her sister and they tasted all this stuff, and she had the biggest croissant. Her croissant was this big, and she's like,
yum.
But they went and tasted, and she actually ate the stuff and tasted it. She had a good time. She lived it. She experienced all the experiences, which I feel like we did when we went to Italy.
Especially
you did. You really did.
I did. And I ate everything. I drank everything. I enjoyed it. And then I came back to regular life and I went back to my healthy routine.
Yeah.
But I didn't hold myself to, you can't have anything.
Yeah.
I let myself enjoy it.
I did too. And I regretted some of it, but not really. I did fine.
Yeah. Braden had a day. I think he got gluten. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard when you have dietary restrictions and your body has real consequences.
Yes. It's bad. But we made it.
And enjoyed every minute of it. You and Braden made it. So back to the Olympics.
Yes.
Do you have background on the break dancer who scored 0 points? I want to was that real? Was she joking? How did this happen?
I don't know if she will ever say, because I think because it's a real thing now in the Olympics, that if she did it because she was like, well, I don't know how to break dance, but I want to go to the Olympics, and so I'm just going to make up some, how hard is it? Or whatever she thought. I don't know.
She could get in trouble.
Yeah. So now she's probably like, no,
because
I was really
I'm a peripheral watcher. I never sat down and watched the Olympics. I saw pieces of it through Instagram.
Yeah.
But I've seen so many, the news referencing and and the Instagram remixes. Yeah. And I'm like, what is going on with this? Is this a real athlete, or was she just funning?
I think she was. I mean, she officially signed up for it, but I think she was the only one from. That's what.
So she made it because there was no competition,
right?
Okay.
So makes sense, right?
That makes sense.
Oh, we got a barker.
We do have a barker. And listeners, she's been at the window kind of putting her paw up and tapping. So she's been really good for 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And now she's like, all right, I've been really good. Now let me out.
Yeah. She's like, you should let me out. There's somebody at the door. I can get him better there's no one at the door. But anyway. Yeah. So breakdancer, I don't know if you people know, maybe you can
tell us,
let us
please.
know. And then I'm trying to think of who else I loved watching. I love watching the races, like the
foot races.
4x400 relay is
Uh-huh.
really fun to watch, especially the mixed. So there's 2 guys and 2 girls,
Okay.
and they take turns. And I watched the qualifiers. I don't think it was when they won, or maybe it was. And the girl that was the last leg of the race flew. I mean, she like dusted everyone. But it was the qualifier, and I'm like, oh my God, they have to do it all over again. I think they actually got either silver or bronze. And I forget why. I know they didn't start ahead as much as they did in the qualifier. And then what was the other one?
Well, the swimming is the one that got me, where they had to change the lens. They had to widen the lens because she was so far in front of all the other swimmers.
Oh yeah, Ledecky.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, she's so fast. Oh my God. And she's I think this is her 3rd Olympics.
Really?
So
all I know is in the 4th grade, I took swimming lessons. I already knew how to swim, but it was like refine your style lessons. And my coach thought I was good enough that he recommended my mom put me on swim team. And so she put me on swim team, and I lasted 2 weeks. And it was so hard. And every swim practice, I would do the whole thing, and then I would vomit, and then I would fall asleep in the car on the way home. And after 2 weeks, my mom was like, "You can't keep doing this." Like,
oh my God, yeah,
it was exhausting.
Yeah,
I don't know how swimmers do it.
Justin did it. Did Richie? I don't think Richie was old enough. He was learning how to swim when Justin was on the swim team when we were in Texas, and anyone could be on the swim team. He was in 2nd grade, I think. Okay. So little still, I think.
It's like getting them ready for the actual swim team.
Yeah, but one of the ones he did was the backstroke. It was so funny. And he actually, in practice, kept like one arm could go back, but the other one was like, this one goes back and this one did. Yeah. No, he didn't go in circles, but he would hit the ropes. He would hit the ropes, and then he'd like get himself back in. But during the competition, he somehow like got his shit together and was able to go. He veered a little bit, but he stayed in his lane.
Aww.
But it was so funny. And I'm like, all these other people here are competing against themselves. You're just trying to beat your last time. That's all you're doing. And like, okay. Cause it's just very stressful. Like you're in this pool and everybody's like right there. And
and there's whistles, and like, it's a very stressful environment.
It is. And it's loud all the time, and it lasts for hours and hours and hours.
So Braden, we never got to swim team, but at that same age, 1st or 2nd grade, I had him in like swim lessons that like took you through skills and like worked you to a point. And I'll never forget, like he would get a ribbon like every 3rd class, because they were working on like, did you get this skill? Did you get this skill? Did you get this skill? And the day that they had to dive down, touch the bottom of the pool, come back and touch the wall, and when he did it, we were talking about it in the car on the way home, and I was like, that's so cool, you got your ribbon for touching the bottom of the pool. And he was like, I've been working on it my entire life.
Oh my God,
it's this big accomplishment.
That's a big one
when you're 6.
Yeah. And he probably all his swimming life, he probably was, because that's all the kids like to do, go pick up the little thing at the bottom.
Right. Dive for quarters.
More shallow. But
no, my grandpa, he actually banned quarters because they would rust in the bottom of his pool. So then we had to find something else. But so we finally quit those swim lessons, because one day I was picking him up, and the swim coach was like, yeah, Braden and I had some tension today. And I was like, Braden, what does that mean? What's tension? He said, well, when he says things I don't want to do, I just go underwater. I was like, okay, we'll find a new sport.
Maybe not do that. Do you stay under there? Don't do that.
He's never been one to take orders.
No, you got to do it in a way. Like that's a whole thing we could talk about, is the different and we probably touched on it a little bit, but I mean, you've got 3.
I've got 3, and they are all very unique personalities that need very unique touches.
Yeah. Yeah.
What works for one does not work for the others.
No. And one can take a lot of the verbal, louder noise, and not from us. Like, they can both ignore what I'm saying all the time, whether I'm yelling, whispering. But like at school, like coaches or teachers, like one of them you need to be like, hey, I think we need to workshop this a little bit, and the other one you can be like, oh my God, what the hell were you thinking? And don't mix those up, because shutdown will come right with it.
Absolutely. We talk about that all the time, because of Braden's learning difficulties. I talk about how we removed him from public school. And then people are like, oh yeah, I hate the public school too. And I'm like, hold on, because I have 2 older ones that thrived in public school. Like, it was about the kid.
Yep. Well, and I learned Justin went when he went to college, and he had to wake up on his own without us, bing, 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 prodding him. And he missed some classes because he couldn't get up. And then to talk himself into going, more like me, like homebody, antisocial, kind of like, I'm like, why are you not taking online classes?
Right.
Take the online classes. Oh no, I really need to go in. And then Richie found out in a different way that I would have never pegged him for an online class person. But after COVID, his freshman year, they had to do online.
Yep.
And he ended up doing better online.
Yeah. I love online classes.
Yeah.
I love not having to sit in a lecture hall,
Yeah.
being able to pause it, rewind it.
Yeah. Yeah. That is nice. And that's what I think why Richie likes it too. Justin, I think maybe thought he would get bored.
Yeah.
Doing it that way. And, or like, again, procrastination. Maybe he felt like, oh, I'll just do it later.
Well, with our kids and their friends, I've heard people say that the online classes are harder. Like, I think there's this rumor that they probably put out there intentionally.
Yeah.
That, oh, if you take online, you're going to have to work harder.
Yeah.
And that's not been our experience.
No, mine either with these guys.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh. Some of them, I guess, are like you have to be in the live lectures and stuff like that. But I think you just have to kind of show up. I don't think you have to interact. Like you can just watch and listen.
Yeah, you just have to be there for roll call.
Yeah.
But I think that also depends on teacher. Like some teachers, so because Braden does a lot of online with homeschooling, and there are teachers, we find new teachers quickly, but there are teachers out there that believe if you're not on camera, if you're not then you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
And he would rather not be on camera, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
There's stress that comes with being in front of a camera all day long.
Yep. I don't know.
Yeah,
no.
Exactly.
Here we are.
Hi. But even for work, right? Like I am on camera for the meetings I need to be on camera. If it's with leadership, if it's with my client, I'll be on camera. But selectively, I make sure, half of my meetings in the morning, half of my meetings in the afternoon, I can turn off the camera and stretch or stand up.
Yeah.
Or, do whatever I need to do to make sure that, because when I'm sitting up nice and tall and smiling, things get tense.
Yeah. I felt that the other day when I was getting my surgery. I was in my little spot and I was trying to be very still, but of course I was all tensed up because oh my gosh, I don't want to move. She's literally cutting me in right near a muscle, and
you don't want her to slip.
Yeah, not that she would go in that deep, but just in case. And so later on, I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm trying to do my head, but I'm scared I'm gonna pull something. So I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Are you doing hot and cold on your neck?
No, I was doing cold on the front, but But no, I got out my little hook.
I love the hook.
And I was getting in there because it's right here, you know.
Yeah, same one. We were doing arms today, and I was feeling those activate. And when I went home, I did some cold and I did some hot, and then I went on with my meetings.
I'll do that. I'll do that. I have, because I have that little bean bag thing.
Yeah.
Put that on there. And then I'll do cold.
My mom has one. It's like, it's a long cylinder and it's full of, it's rice. But when you heat it, it has a smell, like it smells like soup cooking. And then so when you put it on, you're like, what is that wonderful smell?
Yeah, I don't know what mine had. Chamomile or it
I
smells
have one with
something.
lavender that smells really good.
Yeah, I love it.
I have an eye bag with chamomile, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what my eye bags are. That's a good question.
When Braden was a baby, he had really bad intestinal distress because he was gluten intolerant. Yeah, poor baby. But I would heat up a lavender bag, and it was just an eye pillow, but I'd put it on his belly.
How
and he'd
cute.
be like, okay.
I bet you that felt
he
good.
liked it.
Sheesh. Yeah. I remember going in whenever we don't have our hot tub anymore, but whenever I had any intestinal stuff, I would
get in the hot
tub. And
I bet that helped. I do a hot bath.
Because it floats, you know, and then everything's kind of buoyant. It's like, let it work out. Sorry.
We need to talk though, because I want a hot tub and I don't know where to start on the purchasing path.
Oh yeah, Rich will just be like, keep looking on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, buy used?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if it's been kept up. Also, I would. Yeah, we will talk because he has a guy that works at one of the hot tub places because they, I guess, do kind of trade-ins or whatever, and so he will keep an eye out on like a specific one you're looking for.
That's what I want.
Yeah,
because I've been watching Facebook Marketplace for cold plunges and saunas.
Yeah,
but I didn't even know what to start watching for hot tubs.
Yeah. Yep, you got to watch for that too.
I'm never going to leave my house again, guys. Once this is done, I don't have any reason to leave.
Yeah. You got your Instacart.
I'll come over here for my strength training. I'll go to the yoga studio for my yoga, and that's it. That's all I need.
The two places. On the way home, you can go grocery shopping if you wanted to.
I want to.
But you don't have to. I guess that's really, I mean, I don't know what else we got. So
I think we talked about a lot of random things.
Yeah. And we just wanted to get Rachel on and see how she was doing, which sounds exciting.
She's living a great experience. I'm so excited for her.
And the place that she's at, I know she saw pictures from her uncle, but I mean, the way she described it looks just like that. Except the cabin that I pictured wasn't as cute as the cabin, the little A-frame
triangle. That was so cute.
I want to put like a little guest cabin out there somewhere.
A library.
Library. Who would come to the library? All right, she'll come out of her house to come here for workouts and the library. With a little cozy chair.
Better and better.
I don't know if I can talk Rich into it.
He'll want it to be a guest room.
Yeah. Or just I don't know, something, man cave or like with a dartboard or something. Oh, there's my sign. The other dog is whining now.
Oh, okay. I was like, what was that?
She's like,
well, Avery's been asking us for a she shed for years.
Yeah,
so.
That would be cool.
Wouldn't that be neat?
My friend did a she shed, and she put it on, the pictures on Facebook. I think it was that long ago where Instagram wasn't quite as
the thing yet
popular as much, especially for our age group. Now I think we've really taken to it. But she did a she shed. They had done a pool, so they built an in-ground pool in her backyard, and then a few years later, I think it was, they did her she shed, and it is so cute. And she does dance. She does like hip hop stuff.
I follow a ton of Instagram hip hop people, and they all sell classes. And I haven't bought a class yet, but I'm like, that would be a great thing to layer into all the other
Oh
healthy
yeah,
things
I'll go
I'm
with
doing.
her class. I used to go to her. She did a girls' night out,
Uh-huh.
which is what I'm thinking for Lunar. I think she should do a dance yoga thing.
Absolutely.
But she did this girls' night out, and she would have these live DJs there, and she would find a place to, like a banquet hall, and get her live DJ, and then she would do these hip hop
Bring her to
specific.
Lunar or here on the back porch.
That would be fun.
That would be really fun.
I don't know. I don't know if she does that anymore, because they have their own studio now.
Oh,
I mean, she's big, and she has
I almost
videos.
sent you an Instagram video of exactly what you're describing. It was like a yoga party to dance music. And
No, that's what you did. You sent it.
I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Okay. I see 100 and I send you 3, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, then I find the next best one. I'm like, I just sent her 3. I gotta let her look at them.
I did. I liked it.
okay.
I think I liked it. But she has, there's a whole dance routine that she teaches you,
Mhm.
and then you're not just randomly
Right, you're not
dancing,
just-
which is it's so fun to like be dancing with everyone,
Right.
the same dance.
Well,
Like-
and for people who
like
are self-conscious, like
yeah.
getting the routine is helpful.
Yeah. Now I want to go do.
Me too.
I want to go do line dancing tomorrow.
I want to go to their studio and do yoga hip hop.
To which one?
The one you're telling me about.
Oh, they do hip hop.
Oh, it's not yoga.
I'll show you.
Gotcha.
Vibe Fitness. She's on Instagram.
Okay.
I love it. I haven't been, but I love that
Alpharetta?
she's so coming.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Close by too. I think it's off of 141 somewhere.
Running out of nights in the week to
I
do
know.
things.
I know.
Is there a card there for hip
Yeah,
hop
that would
classes?
that would be cool. But yeah, we can go and
We got to
see.
get your Mo's healed first.
Yeah, gotta get my nose healed.
That'll be a fun fall outing.
Yes, and she'll have they do stuff where they go out and like maybe at City Center. That would be cool.
That would be exciting.
I could see her doing that there if she hasn't already. I think she did one in downtown Alpharetta. I think they did one.
Okay.
So
Very
I'll keep
cool.
my eye out for it. I'll have to get her on here actually.
Yes.
We can pick her brain.
Yep. Well, and Ashley just asked me today via Instagram if we should do food sensitivity testing. And I said, yes, but I know you have someone to go through.
Oh yeah. And Rich just did the blood test one.
Okay.
So you could find out like which one would be better. Like if you did the blood test one, would you get that much more, or is it totally different than the finger prick one?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I found out a lot of food sensitivities
With the finger prick.
With the finger prick one, which I think, I mean, if you could get that same information plus all this other stuff for another $150, it's kind of like, well, maybe I'll do everything.
Did the finger prick one tell you that you were sensitive to gluten? I know you already.
Yes.
It did. Okay.
There was like wheat. It's wheat, but yeah, it was wheat, gluten, wheat, something else, and then another wheat that it didn't say I was sensitive to. But I'm like, well, I'm not going to know what that wheat was compared to
all
the
these
other
wheats. Yeah, that's cool though, because that just, I mean, Braden was 11 when we had him tested for celiac, and we had to do a blood test, a skin graft from the inside of his mouth, and a stool sample.
Oh wow!
So to just be able to do it with your blood is amazing.
Yeah, it is. And she does. There's a poop test, as I like to call it, and yeah. So the blood test, the finger prick, and the other one. But I would start with the finger prick, and then if it's lighting up like crazy, then I would
deeper. Okay.
Yeah. Or you can end up going deeper at a later, so I did mine, and then a few months down the road, I'll do another one. But at that time, I'll be like, hey, do I do my blood? Should I just do a blood test? Can you still see all that stuff that, but
because you've cleaned up your eating, right?
Yes.
So then you'll be looking at, I've gone this long without eating these things. Now, what does it look like?
Right.
Okay.
And then, and then do I continue to not eat those things, or now
can I start carefully adding
putting
some
them back
things
in, or do I even need to?
Yeah.
I'm there's so much to eat. I'm like, if that's my option and I have to eat it, then I'll eat it. But if I don't need it in my diet. Like a banana, I love bananas in the morning, sure, but do I miss having a banana? No, there's so many other fruits to have.
Well, and I think that's the thing, right? As long as you know what impacts you poorly, then you make healthy changes.
Yeah.
And as long as you can eat enough to get your nutrients, then you're good.
Yeah. So that's my story, but I'll give you her information so you can just give her a call or text her and find out all the details.
Does she do? I know I've asked you this before, but I'm still rolling things over in my head. She is food sensitivities and nutrition. She is not hormones, or is she hormones?
I think she can help guide you in that direction. Yeah, I mean, I think she has a test for that. That might be the blood test. To be able to look at all that, but she can touch on that stuff too. But I don't know if she wouldn't. That's a good question. I think she would give you the basics, but also be like, you need to, if you want to know that stuff,
type of doctor.
and then she'll have people for you to see,
and that's what I need. I need the path. Like, who do I go talk to about this?
Yeah, and but if you have questions about anything in between, she can totally, like I could call her and be like, hey, I really want to go out to dinner, but I'm terrified to order, and she'll pull it up and be like, you can order this, and this.
Would she really do that? Okay. What about, have you talked to her or have her feelings on vegetarianism and veganism?
I think what she would say about that is you need to get at least 30 grams of protein at every meal.
Which is hard. Yes.
So in that case, supplementing with some type of powdered protein.
Yeah.
Do that. You do eggs. So I think they have like an egg white one you could do. Okay. Or they do have a vegan one that still has a certain amount. So if it has 20 grams of protein, you can do 1.5 scoops and get 30 grams of protein in there, along with all your yummy other stuff you might want to put in. But then you're getting it.
I'm putting pea protein in my smoothies.
And that's another thing. Yeah.
But that's once a day.
Yeah. So I've been eating a lot more powdered protein instead of, like, I have chocolate protein balls.
Yeah.
So that's my little nighttime snack because it's mostly protein.
Gotcha.
There's no added sugar in it. I made them myself. So
you know what's in there.
Yeah. So I know what's in there. I made protein oatmeal cookies made with the tiger nut.
Okay.
Which is a root vegetable.
Okay.
But it's like they chip it off so it looks like little oatmeals. Oh. But it's more meaty than oatmeal because it's a root vegetable. So it like swells a little bit in the cookie, and it's like gives you a little like substance in there. Yeah. Pretty cool.
That's how I feel about portobello mushrooms. Like, I'll put that in anything because it gives me chew, and I feel like I've eaten.
Yeah. And they're really yummy.
They are yummy.
Yeah.
Braden does not agree, but he'll grow into it.
My kids. I don't know if they're there yet. I think because my mom got canned mushrooms, and they're a little bit slimy.
Yeah.
Same with peas, like canned peas. I remember that.
No.
Mm-mm. Frozen peas. Now, I never had frozen peas, and I had the vegetable medley that they have with the frozen. It's frozen with the carrots and the corn. I used to. Now I can't. And the peas, and I'm like, oh my god, they're
delicious.
Sweet. Yeah. And I'm like, I never realized. And firm, not pasty.
Yeah.
And gross. So, sorry, Mom, but.
I don't think they pushed frozen vegetables when we were young the way they do. Like, now we have options.
Yeah, I think because they're like, there's a lot of stuff you have to put in the can to make it stay for so long.
Yeah. Well, and that's my struggle, right? Because we're trying to eat less chemicals.
Yeah.
Which is why I have a hard time with powdered protein. Because I'm like, it's made in the lab. Is it really good for me?
Yeah.
Same thing though, when I read on my frozen vegetables that there's, 26 ingredients, I'm like, you're ruining the point.
Exactly. Yeah. So you got to work on finding the cleanest protein you possibly can, and eat the crap out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's better than
that's what I will make that my
and
goal for the next
month
till I figure it out. Because I know I'm not eating enough protein.
Yeah. And if you do the test with her,
then we can talk about it.
Yeah, she'll be like, this has protein and this has protein. You could use this, you could use that. And then add in filling the gaps with the other stuff.
Okay.
Collagen, protein. I don't know if you can do that or not, because it's kind of, I think it's animal. Oh. So I'm not sure how that, like if they have one that's from something
else. Okay. I'll look into that too. It's also complicated. And the more strength training we do, the more I know that I need to be thinking about my nutrients, because like I'm building muscle. So I need to give my body the fuel to be able to build the muscles.
Yes. I know that I'm reading about all that right now. I just finished my fats
nutrition
chapter.
Class. Nice.
Now moving on to alcohol. That's going to be a eye opener.
Yeah. I want to hear what your book says, but I keep coming back to it's poison. It's a neurotoxin.
There's poison.
Nothing good about it for us. And
except the feeling, but there's other things.
There's other things to make you feel good.
It's not as poisonous. It's a plant. I don't know.
It's hard to be healthy, guys.
It is. Take what you can. Switch what you can.
Yeah. And don't make yourself crazy. I think I'm working on getting to where I just eat as healthy as I possibly can and I worry less.
Yeah. And then you still have fun.
Yeah.
When not fun. You have fun anyway, but
you allow yourself to experience things within reason.
Yes. Yeah. And not make it like an everyday thing.
Right.
Which is perfect. That's what we should be doing.
That's what we should. But humans are not good at moderation.
No.
Like our brains are not made for moderation.
No.
That's a whole nother podcast.
Yes, we will. Because I could just sit here all night long.
Bye, listener. It was nice to see you.
We'll talk to you later. Next week when we have another, what did we decide to call that? Rachel RRC? RRC, her check-in?
Yeah. Rachel
Reed check-in?
Yeah.
All right. Seriously, though, we're out of here.
Adios.
Bye-bye. I always don't know which one. This one.